Hi everyone, welcome to our questions of the week. You may have seen my takeover of our Instagram account yesterday, so I'm here today to answer a few of the questions that were raised during it. So the first question that we have is, how long is the waiting list for a wedding? So this is a really great question, so thanks for posting it. The answer is really that it depends on lots of different things. We don't have a waiting list as such, rather we use an availability calendar. So once a couple has booked a date or days for their wedding, we block off those days in our calendar so we know that they are no longer available. So for each month, there will be some days that are free and some days that aren't. It then will really depend on when you think you want to hold your wedding. Inevitably, there will be months that are more popular than others. Usually the warmer months that are more likely to have nice weather will get booked up first. And then weekends are obviously quite popular. We hold weddings at Glenfall all through the week and all through the year. So there will be availability around the date that you have in mind. It's best to get in touch with us and have a chat, and we can then have a look at our calendar and we can let you know what we have free and what we don't. If you don't know when you might like to hold your wedding at Glenfall or what month is best, so you need a bit of help or a bit of inspiration, then you might like to go and check out our seasonal inspiration section of our website, which is due to go live very soon. Now on there you will find photos of Glenfall in each season and each month, so you can have a look through there and see what the grounds look like, kind of what the weather might look like. And there are real weddings on there, so you can see photos of other couples that have got married in those particular months. Now hopefully that would give you some idea and some help and guidance as to when you think you might like to have your wedding with us. So as I said, always best to get in touch. We can then have a look, go through any times that you think dates you might have in mind, and see what we've got. And most likely there will be something available around the time that you think you might like to have your wedding. Okay, so next question is, what is your favourite flower in the Glenfall garden? This is a kind of tricky one for me for two reasons. First one being, there are so many beautiful flowers in the garden that I wouldn't even know where to begin to say which one my favourite is. It always looks stunning. Secondly, I am an awful gardener and I don't know the names of many of the flowers in the garden. What I will say is that whichever ones are there always look amazing. It's always full of colour and there is always something new flowering and to have a look at when I go for a wander around. You will probably have seen if you look on our website, but nothing beats the wisteria. It is one of the most beautiful sights when it is in flower, and I'm not sure that anything can really beat that. Okay, so finally, what did you do before you worked at Glenfall? Well, this really depends how far back you want to go, but I worked in events and concierge for a private estate in the Cotswolds. That's where I gained my events experience. So I arranged all sorts of events, including private dinner parties, children's activities, weddings, small festivals, all sorts of things. So kind of very varied, but lots of organisational experience, which is the main thing. I then had a bit of a career break to have my family. So in and amongst that, over the last few years, I've worked organising and planning private events, a couple of weddings in there as well. And I've helped decorate venues for parties and events, and seasonally for Christmas and that sort of thing. And then most recently, I ran a small craft business because I hand make fabric items, do hand printing, that sort of thing. So that's what I was doing before I worked at Glenfall. Glenfall is a perfect job for me because it allows me to combine my events experience, planning experience, and my creativity and put it all into one role. And hopefully help me be an asset to you whilst you are planning your wedding. So thank you for all your questions, and please don't hesitate to get in touch with us if you have any more or there's anything else you think of that you might like some help with. Take care.